Graham here, living the dream on Wednesday the 2nd of July 2025, and I'm standing on the balcony of room 1105 of the H10 Grand Tenerife in Playa Americas in Tenerife, of course. Fiona and I arrived last night on our flight from Glasgow down to Tenerife South, and in this very short episode I'm going to walk you through the private transfer process that Jet2 offer here on Tenerife. So let's jump back to last night, and that is of course Tuesday the 1st of July 2025, when Fiona and I took a private Jet2 transfer from Tenerife South Airport to here at the H10 Grand Tenerife in Playa Americas.
Hi, I'm Graham, and this is my wife Fiona, and we have always had a work hard, play hard philosophy. From London to New York, and of course the Caribbean, we live our dream through travel. And of course, the odd cocktail. And here on YouTube, we create our memories while living our dream. So come and join us as we share our memories with you.
In the last episode, you joined Fiona and I on Tuesday, the 1st of July 2025, on board a Jet2 Boeing 737-800 on a near 5-hour flight from our home airport in Glasgow, Scotland to Tenerife South in the Canary Islands. And in the last episode on the channel, I produced a full trip report on this flight from Glasgow to Tenerife. And to watch this trip report, as I said, just go back one episode to number 309. This episode therefore picks up where we left off in the last episode. Fiona and I had just landed at Tenerife South Airport, where I now plan to review the arrival process here at Tenerife and the private Jet2 transfer from the airport to our hotel, which is of course the H10 Grand Tenerife in Las Americas. Despite pulling up to the main terminal here at Tenerife South, where there are plenty of jet bridges to take you directly into the terminal itself, it was clear we were going to be bused to the terminal. In any normal circumstances, this, for me, would make great airside video footage. However, this evening, this bus was ram-packed. There were also a lot of kids around, which is an absolute no-no here on YouTube. So we pick back up as we exit the bus, heading for the terminal and of course passport control. And we picked this video back up at baggage reclaim. I had some issues at the electronic passport kiosk where the automation simply wouldn't scan my passport. However, a really nice Spanish border agent manually entered me into the country and stamped my passport. And shortly after that, we were collecting our bags from the baggage reclaim carousel. And of course, arriving these days in any EU country is not as straightforward as it used to be due to Brexit. And you will of course have your passport stamped both in and out of the country, certainly here in Spain anyway. As one of the 49% of UK voters in the Brexit referendum, I really would like to make a comment directed at the 51% who did vote for it. But I'll keep politics out of the channel as Fiona and I head out of the terminal, heading for a Jet2 agent who will hopefully direct us to our private transfer. And that lovely Jet2 lady directed us to the front of the terminal in the direction of another Jet2 kiosk, where we would provide our names to another Jet2 agent who would check our booking and allocate a driver to take us to the hotel. And to be clear guys, that process only took about 2 minutes. And this guys was our driver, and she would walk us to the minibus that would take us to our hotel. To be clear guys, this private transfer process in Tenerife with Jet2 is not as good as it is in Lanzarote. Because if we had been in Lanzarote, that first lovely Jet2 lady that we met would have been able to give us our bus stop number, and Fiona and I would head directly to that said bus stop to meet our driver and the minibus that would take us to our hotel. But instead, here in Tenerife, Fiona and I had to walk the entire length of the airport terminal again, past the first Jet2 lady that directed us to the Jet2 kiosk, finally arriving at the minibus that was contracted by Jet2 to drive us to our hotel. During the online booking process, when you add private transfers, Jet2 are absolutely crystal clear in all of their material that here in the Canary Islands, private transfer is via a private minibus. In our experience, compared to TUI, Jet2 private transfers are very reasonable. And if we'd taken the free Jet2 coach between the airport and the hotel, dear knows how many hotel drop-offs there would have been between TFS and the H10. Not to mention the fact that you're going to be on a large bus with families and therefore screaming tired rugrats. And as a result, travelling with Jet2, it makes absolute sense for Fiona and I to pay what in our opinion is a very small supplement to Jet2 for this much more agreeable 20-minute journey between the airport and the hotel. And as we arrive at the H10 Grand Tenerife here in Las Americas, I would sum up this very short trip report by strongly recommending the private transfer service offered by Jet2. And it's here I'm going to bring this review of Jet2's private airport hotel transfer service to an end. And in the next episode, I'm going to provide a full resort and room tour of this hotel, which is of course the H10 Grand Tenerife. So if you want to continue to follow Fiona and I as we enjoy our Tenerife 25 adventure, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon to be notified when our next video is published. Thank you so much for watching.